What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday. It's a Saturday and it's the first of the month. Wake up, get up, get up. It's a Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. No, June 1st, 2024. Good to see you. You look lovely this morning or this evening, whenever you might be watching. So, hey, I think we're back Sunday night with the live show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope you will join us right here on YouTube Live. If you're listening on podcast, please tune in over on the YouTubes. Make sure you're subscribed and go nuts and please hit a like. If you hate Michigan, I think you should like this video. Just saying. All right, today, please visit thebuckeyecast.com. Don't forget about that. A lot of good stuff going on over there. Today, we're talking about our freshman focus series. We're hitting up all the freshmen that came in, are coming in if they're not on campus yet, but should be close to it. Today, we're talking about a guy that has been on campus since January, early enrollee, Ian Moore, the offensive lineman, the big man coming out of Indiana. We're going to run through his recruiting profile here quickly and then talk about his future as a Buckeye. So he's coming out of New Palestine, Indiana, 6'6", 317. That's ready-made right there. That's perfect. You know, just got to knock off some baby fat probably and put some good lean muscle on. But he was a 4-star, 9290. He was a 5-star originally when the Buckeyes got in on him, but he didn't do the camp circuit and stuff like that. So these bullshit recruiting services will ding you if you don't go to their stupid camps, which I think is a crock. But anyways, you know how they be. So yeah, a 9290, number 5. They got him as a number 5 interior O-lineman, but he was recruited as a tackle and is going to be a tackle at Ohio State, barring some change. He's freaking 6'6", for Christ's sake. Nationally ranked number 168. So very good to get a top 200 lineman. Should be noted, you guys that bang on Justin Fry all the time for his recruiting issues. That's a top 200 offensive lineman right there. Yes, he's from Indiana. Yes, Justin Fry is from Indiana too. But if you would have lost that recruitment, you'd be crushing him even more. So I'd like to give him a little, pat on the head when he does something good. Anyway, so Ian Moore was the highest rated offensive lineman in Ohio State's 2024 class. You might remember some recent Buckeye commits from Indiana, including Milan Graham is coming in this summer from Indiana, Caden Curry in 2022, Zen Mahalski 2021, Josh Fryer 2020, Craig Young, remember him? Went to Kansas. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Then Dwan Jones was a 2019 guy. So recent run of some good quality Indiana Midwest kids. Ian Moore received his Ohio State offer after dominating at an Ohio State camp on June 15, 2022. It's almost 2 years ago. That was his 23rd Division I offer, by the way. But he said after getting his offer, quote, "It felt amazing to get it. When Coach Day told me, I was speechless. He just told me I had a great day at camp and they really liked me and told me I had an offer." From then on, Moore was a priority target for the Buckeyes. Ryan Day, Justin Fry, GA Mike Soleni, and even the recruiting assistant Cass Simmons all were involved in recruiting Ian Moore. He made a game day visit to Columbus on September 3rd for the Notre Dame game. After that game, he said, quote, "I had a great time. I met a lot of great fans and parents that told me all about OSU. I got to meet a lot of fans, more fans than last time. I think my favorite part of the visit was getting to connect with the fans." So, man of the people. Love it. On October 20th, 2022, Moore committed to the Buckeyes over Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and a bunch of others. He said after right before his commitment, quote, "Every time I would try and compare a school, I'd always compare it to Ohio State. Every time I see something that this one school did, I'd be like, Ohio State didn't do that. I just kept circling back to there's no point. I know where I want to go." So Moore said why he knew he wanted to be a Buckeye. Quote, Ohio State's culture, honestly, the culture, the coaches, the fans, the team. Growing up in Indiana, you kind of grew up hating Ohio State because they beat your college team every week. Sorry. But I mean, going there and being recruited by them, it was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. Getting to see a couple of games there was incredible. I liked the atmosphere. It was insane. Players were top of the line. You could tell that they've always been coached really well. One of the big reasons Moore chose Ohio State was because of Justin Fry from Indiana, being from Indiana. It helped them come together and bond, it's the common ground to talk about. Moore said, quote, I don't know if it's an Indiana thing, but Coach Fry literally sounds like my dad when he talks. He feels like a family member, and it was a big impact. I was comparing things, but it all narrowed down to the coaching staff and the distance. The distance was the main reason I picked Ohio State. I mean, it's 2.5 hours from my house. My dad's a big guy. He's 6'7", and he doesn't fit on planes. It's good for them to be able to see me. So having the family close by is important. You can understand that. And definitely you don't want to have to buy 2 seats on an airplane just for one person. But anyway, as a sophomore in high school, Ian Moore played on both sides of the offensive and defensive lines. As a junior, Moore was the anchor at right tackle for New Palestine's offensive line. They went 9-0 in the regular season and another Indiana 4A regional championship appearance. His senior year, he led the Dragons to an 11-3 record. I always think of Tiffin University, the Dragons. Sorry, it's not that. And they earned a spot in the Indiana 4A state semifinals. Moore was all Indiana first team honor from the Indiana Football Coaches Association. He also totaled 37 tackles, 9.5 TFLs, 3.5 sacks, and a fumble recovery while playing on the D-line. At New Palestine, Moore showed explosion off the line of scrimmage on running plays. He brought a mean streak to the field that we like to see in our Buckeye offensive linemen. He followed through on his blocks, driving opponents into the ground. He put me in the ground. Moore talked about what he can bring to Ohio State. Quote, I feel like I'm a great teammate. I feel like I'm pretty explosive off the ball and have a pretty good kick set. Growing up playing basketball, I'm pretty good at moving my feet. I've got good hands because, hand-eye coordination in basketball was pretty much the most important thing. So, I've got a lot of good fundamental things. So fast forward to immediate impact. Ian Moore worked out at all 5 spots along the O-line in Ohio State's recruiting camps. He's starting his Ohio State career at tackle, like we mentioned. He's willing to play anywhere to help the team. But again, at his size, 6'6", he's got to be a tackle, I think. Ian Moore said before he enrolled early at Ohio State, quote, whatever they need me at is what I'll play, guard or tackle, as long as I'm playing football. So a good team guy there. Moore already has the size to be a starting tackle at Ohio State, but the offensive line, we know, is one of the most developmental positions in football. With Josh Simmons, Josh Fryer returning as the starting tackles from last year, Moore's probably going to redshirt this year. He'll get in some games, garbage time stuff, but Ian Moore hopes he can get some playing time in short yardage packages like Luke Montgomery did in 2023. Moore said, quote, I'm just trying to get on the field. Special teams is the first step. And if I thrive there, maybe I can creep into that rotation. He did have 46 snaps in the spring game. So that's a good workload and plenty of tape to go off of and learn from. Long term, you got Simmons and Fryer each still have another year of eligibility after this year. So there's no guarantee, though, that either of them will return. They both theoretically could enter the draft in 25. So that could open the door for Moore to compete for a starting job in 2025. And he'll have to compete with Tagra Shabola, Luke Montgomery, and then the other 2024 guy, Deontay Armstrong, who's penciled in as a tackle. So there's a clear path for Moore to earn a job on the 2 deep in just his second year. So again, Fry's going to have to get into that development phase and build him up quickly, relatively. He'll be a strong candidate to start by his third year at Ohio State. He better be starting by then. His frame and power as a run blocker can make him ideal at right tackle. He can also develop into playing left tackle as he develops his quickness and pass blocking techniques. You compare him to Isaiah Prince, thinking of former Buckeyes. Prince was 6'7", 310. Prince was a 3-year starter at right tackle for the Buckeyes, was a team captain his senior year, was an first team all Big Ten honor during his final season, then was a 5th-round pick in the 2019 NFL draft. So Ian Moore has the ability to make a similar impact for the Buckeyes after a year or two of development. So it's to be expected, even for a highly rated O-lineman. So please visit thebuckeyecast.com, check out the shop, check out the video vault. You can also shop right below this video. You can see the products that we sell, and everything goes directly into the show to help marketing, equipment, all that stuff. So appreciate you joining me today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.